Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki, known here as the One-Handed Bandit, and I created another purple look. I know I'm just loving purple, but it is springtime and I wanted to create another springtime look using my Anastasia Riviera palette. I also used my Crayon Case box of crayons palette as well, and if you'd like to see how I created this look, keep watching. So first things first, I'm going in with a base. I'm using the P. Louise base from the Masters collection in Rumor 2. And I'm just adding that all over my lid with my P. Louise brush that also came in that collection. This set was a gift that I received for my birthday. And thank you to my special someone for that birthday gift. I am truly loving this kit. So I'm just spreading that base all over my eyelid and blending it out. And now I'm going in with the Riviera palette with this purple shade. And I'm going to add that to my crease area. And I'm adding it in more of a U-shaped, so I'm just going in the shape of my crease. And it is pretty messily, but I do go in and clean it out, and I'll also blend as well. So really packing that color all on, and then I go in with the pink shade called Bahamas, I believe, and I'm just adding that to the outer portion of that purple just to blend it out. And I do go in and blend quite a bit just so that there is a ease of transition between the two. So I do go back and forth with the pink and the purple. So now that the two shades are all blended out, I'm going to cut my crease also with that P. Louise base, and I'm also keeping that shape as well, going in with a U shape and just carving out my crease. So the Riviera palette doesn't have a dark enough shade for me, so I'm going in with the Box of Crayons palette with this black, and I'm going to add that to the outer portion of my lid with this pencil brush. And then I go in with this gold shade from the Riviera palette, which is called Inheritance, and I add that all over my lid, and I make sure to blend in the black and the gold. And I also line my lid with my Fenty Fly Liner. I'm not doing a wing today, just blending the black liner into the black of the eyeshadow. And I added my lashes off camera. I'm using the Lily and Sephora collaboration. These are Lily lashes and they are in the style Mykonos. This is a very old packaging. And for face, I'm using the Beauty Bakery bake oil, and I tried to do like everyone does on Instagram and drip the oil on my face, and you see how that went. So be yourself, don't try to copy anyone else. So for foundation, I'm using the Beauty Bakery foundation, and I'm just blending that out. I didn't like this foundation before, but once I use it with this oil, I seem to like it much better. It isn't as matte, and because I have dry skin, it didn't agree with my skin too well, but with the oil, I really like the foundation now. And for concealer, I'm also going in with a Beauty Bakery product. It is their Cake Face Concealer. And I'm just adding that under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, and I'm just going to blend it out with a concealer brush. And so now that that concealer is all blended out, I'm going in with the Beauty Bakery Flour Powder in yellow. And look at this powder. I mean, it is so finely milled. It reminds me of the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And even though it looks pretty white, it is yellow, and adds just a little bit of brightness under your eye. So I'm going to contour my nose, and I'm using the Makeup Revolution foundation stick, and this one is in F16. And I'm going to use this Morphe dual-ended brush. I found this in my brush stash, so I decided to use it to contour my nose. I like that pointed end for contouring the nose, but I think that that contour was a little bit too dark, so I had to go back in with my concealer brush and using that same foundation stick to chisel out my cheeks. I was trying to look really snatched today. And then I go back in with a fluffy brush because I wasn't liking the way the contour was looking. It wasn't blending the way that I wanted it to. And I'm also going to set the contour with my Prime Beauty bronzer. And I showed you up close because sometimes the lighting can be off and it looks really light. So I had to, turn it to the side to show you the actual color. And so that's the bronzer. And I'm lightly tapping into that bronzer just to set the contour on my nose as well. And then I go back in and blend it out, make sure there isn't any harsh lines and it isn't too strong. And to set the rest of my face, I'm using my Sephora Micro Smooth powder and just setting all the rest of that foundation everywhere. And I'm going back into the Anastasia palette, and I'm using the shade Bahamas to add to my bottom lash line. To set my face, I'm using my Anastasia Dewy Setting Mist all over my face. I'm really loving this setting mist. And for highlighter, I'm using this Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter in the shade 100 Molten Gold. And just adding that to all the places that I like to highlight. And I'm scraping the bottom of this NARS Climax mascara and just adding that to my bottom lash line. And for lips, I'm using this Fenty Stunna lip paint in Undefeated, and I'm doing just like Rihanna's makeup artist Priscilla suggests, is just to use one application. You don't have to re-dip the brush into the tube. And that is it. That is the final look. I hope that you have enjoyed. And also like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video.